AgMenu Control from DevExpress not only gives you the ability to create and customize rich and stylish menus, but also provides you with the functionality to bind to a database or simply a local XML data source to create and populate the menu. This can be very useful if menus are to be generated or modified based on a condition or simply to be uniform throughout the application without the need to recreate each and every menu structure manually. In this video, you'll learn how to create an AgMenu control in XAML and bind it to an existing XML data source. So let's get started. I'll start with a new Silverlight application project. I expand the Solution Explorer and double-click to open the menu.xml file, which I've created earlier. This file will be used to create and populate the menu structure of the AgMenu control. You can see the root menu node and the subsequent menu item and items collections specifying the structure of the menu system. The isCheckable attribute can be set for each item and specified whether the item can be checked when clicked. The isRadioItem attribute specified whether the menu item will be displayed as a radio button. IsChecked allows you to manually set a checked entry. While you may manually set this attribute to true or false for each item, it is assumed to be false by default. And finally, the Content attribute is used to specify the text that is displayed for each menu item. Now let's return to the XAML code. To get started, I'll add a namespace reference to the DevExpress AgMenu CLR assembly. I've already added this reference to the project, hence why it shows up in the IntelliSense pop-up window. Next, I create a usercontrol.resources collection that is used to store common resource items to be used by controls throughout the page. I'll use it to specify the XML data source that will be used for the menu. I create an AgMenu loader and specify a key that can be used to reference this item. And I'll use the source attribute to point it to the menu.xml file that we looked at earlier. Now we're ready to create the menu control and bind it to the XML data source. I'll manually set the background color of the layout root to white for more visual clarity. In the layout root, I create a new AgMenu control, specify a name for it, and using the item source property, point to the static resource XML data that is found in the page's resources collection. And then some basic positioning customizations are applied. And I'm done. I save the project and run the application to see the results. And here it is. The menu has been created based on the items specified in the XML data source. Here you can see the pre-checked menu entry. Furthermore, you can see the depth of submenus that were created based off our data. Thanks for watching, and thank you for choosing DevExpress.